Student loans, are they actually killing your credit score? Katya?
For some of us, yes. Yes. Most consumers had all of their student loans put in deferment a couple of years back during the
Oh,
COVID era. But all good things come to an end. And as of end of last year, November, December 2024, they all came out of deferment. So payments were due. And if we were not keeping up with it, if we were not logging on to our portals, checking our mail, checking our emails, if we did not make a payment, we really suffered with our credit. Typically, we don't see one student loan on a credit report. We see many line items on a credit report. So it's not just I was late on my student loan. It was I was late on 10 student loans. So if we know how impactful a late payment is, imagine that times 10.
well, tell me, how impactful is a late payment?
A late payment is the biggest factor. Payment history is the biggest factor in credit, and it can impact our credit so much. One late payment can drop our scores 50 to 75 points.
One.
So just one.
Yeah, so just like the example you gave, if someone has 5 or 10 loans, we're talking about what? 5 or 10 loans that are late, reporting
Yeah.
late payments.
Yeah, you can have great credit, but if you're in that situation, you can end up in the 400s like this
Overnight.
overnight. Yep.
So what should people do?
Reach out to your servicer. Reach out to them. The worst thing we can do is ignore this situation because it's not going anywhere. It is not going to go away. Our creditors push our information to the bureaus continuously. So if we don't fix it, you are going to continue to see late payment after late payment after late payment. So
But
that is
there's
the best thing.
there's a bigger reason why people should actually even reach out to the servicer now, because there's something happening in August of 2025.
Any student loan in collection status, we can now have our wages garnished because of this. So it is so important to reach out. Even if we can't make a payment, they're really good with working with consumers. And I hear from consumers we speak to that they have been put back in deferment. They've reevaluated the payments where they're paying less. So the worst thing we can do is ignore, look the other way, not do anything. We need to reach out to them. It is in our best interest to reach out to them. They're not going to be reaching out to us anymore. They have in the past. This is now where we as a consumer have to take that step.
And I'd love to hear from people watching this video, what have they done, right? What are they experiencing? If you have a lot of student loans, what are you experiencing? And are you actually acting on it or not?
Yeah. It's going to be a time where it's going to be too late. We cannot act on it anymore, and wages will be garnished, unfortunately. And that's more impactful than anything, than our credit score, late payment. That's going to impact us day to day.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting situation. So I'd love to hear. I mean, obviously, if a person has some major concerns, they could talk to one of our counselors at Starting Now. But if they have a good story, if you have a good story, share it with us.